HipHop TV is part of the Watch Now networks. It's an over-the-top 24-hour streaming hip-hop channel that will feature content such as videos, lifestyle, fashion, and we will be delving into documentaries and stuff like that in the future. But we are a full over-the-top network, meaning you'll be able to get it on your tablet, on your phablet, which is a phone tablet, on your Roku box, on everything. So that's what we're doing right now. And I am the vice president of HipHop TV. What I spoke on the panel is about the lack of a balance in commercial hip-hop, and that I believe that is by design. I believe that it was created that way to keep our kids in a negative state of mind. When we all grew up on music, and we all came up on hip-hop. For every NWA there was Queen Latifah and UNITY. For every song that LL made about a girl having a big old butt, there was Public Enemy saying "Fight the Power." There was Paris that was coming out of Oakland. There was the X-Clan. There was such a diverse amount of different hip-hop that you got, and all of a sudden, once radio became to the point where you can have more than one FM station. Once they deregulated FM radio, now everything that you hear pretty much on the radio is bitches, hoe, motherfuckers, let's take drugs, this is the kind of drugs I'm taking. And that has an effect on children because music has a really strong effect on people, period. And that has an effect on our kids, and then we wonder why our kids are running around here with all this negativity and drinking lean and popping mollies and smoking weed and doing all this anti-social stuff, and everybody's trying to be a thug and everybody's trying to be hard because that's the music that's being shoved down their throat. And what I was telling people today is we have the power to make a difference. We have the power to stay on top of these radio stations that call themselves representing for the community and make them change that. I'm not saying that kids shouldn't be able to listen to that because I enjoy Just Don't Bite It by NWA, but at that point I was already adult. I had made up my mind. You know, I wasn't an impressionable young person, but the same way that we could pick it for something that we don't like is the same way that we could go out there and put financial pressure on these record companies to make them change their playlist and make them add some of the stuff that Talib Kweli and Common and Kendrick Lamar and other people are doing. I don't think conscious music is resonating because it ain't turn up. It ain't the turn up music. And I think if you give them, if you give conscious music the same kind of platform that you give the turn up music, I think it will resonate. I think there are young people out there that are very smart, they're very bright, they're technologically driven, and they want to hear that kind of music. That's why, if you notice, that's why a lot of people are turning away from the radio because they want to hear what they want to hear when they want to hear it, and not all the time it's the junk that the radio is playing. See, to me, the problem with radio is they on the 16th floor trying to figure out what's going on the street. I'm old, you old, you don't know what's going on. Yeah, I know what's going on. I'm not that old, okay? I know what's going on, and I'm not trying to tell them not to turn up. I turn up, so I understand why they turn up. What's going on out here in the streets, they don't know if they're going to live from today till tomorrow, so they turning up. And I'm not trying to tell them not to have a good time. I'm trying to tell them to open their ears up to something else, and I'm trying to tell them that as an OG, my job is to teach you, all right? And whether you want to hear it from me or not, my job is to teach you, and I'm trying to tell them that it's by design that this music is being force-fed to them to keep them in a negative state of mind so that they break the law and end up in prison, because privatized prison is really big business. And if you do a little deeper research on the internet, you'll see that some of these same companies that are feeding you this negativity have stake in these privatized prisons that you end up in. And once you're in prison, what are you? You're a slave. It's modern day slavery. And it's being channeled towards us through the music.